Sunderland 3 goals to 0. Liverpool are still struggling. That game ended 3-3. Was a fantastic goal. 6 goals thriller. Chelsea are struggling. Chelsea drew against Bournemouth in that game. What a poor performance from Chelsea, from the Blues. If Maresca needs to do something about that spot, or else this league you're not even going to challenge this league, because the point that he's picking up in the past couple of games is really, really bad. On Sunday, West Ham managed a draw. They scored first. Scored first though in that game, but it ended 1-1 against Brighton. Today, Manchester United will play Wolves. Wolves have not picked up any maximum point this season. We did do it first with Manchester United. We will see when that game happens by 9 p.m. today. Real Madrid lost in the La Liga. Barcelona won in the La Liga. In the NPFL, Enugu Rangers scored 4 for the first time this season to beat Bayelsa United 4 goals to 1. We'll talk about all that on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Gordon. Today we'll talk about the Premier League. We'll talk about the La Liga and maybe the NPFL. Good morning, Nosso.
Good morning. No, God, there's no good about nothing is good about this morning. Gordon, you have to redo your intro. Don't tell me you after saying all the good things. You now reach my time and say West Ham manage.
Yes, now you were begging for.
I wasn't begging for nothing. I was beating them flawlessly. Possession wise, everything wise, I was beating them flawlessly.
1-0.
Now flawless for you.
1-0.
The goal where they scored a handball.
1-0.
God, you know see him. Don't be explain anything.
You were begging for a draw.
I was not the one begging. Brighton were begging. Even Brighton had to Godwin, I beg you do that intro.
You were begging for a draw.
Godwin, you do that intro and say West Ham came up with 1 point after they were rigged out of 3 points.
Not only rigged.
Good morning, John.
Please, my people that know how to win game 3-0, gather, let's celebrate. All the people that were saying that we're going to suffer against Sunderland, our market, Mona, Good morning and welcome to the show, guys. Time to banter all of you that came for me on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Remember,
your voice don't loud now.
Your voice don't loud.
We're gonna hear now. We're gonna hear this. I want to see this voice next week.
I never raised my voice, so.
No, like that. This thing.
When that time comes,
we'll remind you.
Once he's got to say good morning, I said no. Raise your voice. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Remember to go there, join us in that community too. Thank you all for joining us on today's show. Okay. We're going to dive into the Premier League. It was an interesting week. Before that, we'll move into the Premier League. Messi won his own another cup again. I just want to add.
Not the cup now, semi-final. They give them trophy.
They won a trophy.
Conference cup.
They won another trophy on the weekend. That one is just he has 48 trophies. His highest number. He's the only player that won the highest number of trophies in the world of football. So, congratulations to him.
Another World Cup incoming.
Calm down. That one's still far. That one's still far.
The money don't come up for that team.
But let's move over to the Premier League and talk about the Premier League. I'll give you the results of this weekend's game. Aston Villa beat Aston 2-1. Aston contested in last kick of that game. That was the early kickoff. Everton beat Nottingham Forest 3-0. Everton has been doing well. Moyes has done well with this team. In fact, one thing I saw yesterday, or when I was going through the internet, that Moyes, since he came into the Everton house, won more games than Amorim since he took over. And he took over 3 months before him. But let's not go into that. But fantastic for Everton. They beat Nottingham Forest 3-0. Newcastle are still winning. They beat Burnley 2-1. City trashed Sunderland 3-0. Finally, the Spurs beat Brentford 2-0. Bournemouth and Chelsea played a 0-0 draw. It was a poor one for Chelsea. Leeds United and Liverpool played a 3-3 draw. After that game, Salah just went to as he was moving to the dressing room, he saw the first person. He didn't know if the guy is a press man or not. He started saying whatever he's saying. He said a whole lot of things. You need to go and read all of them. I cannot read all of them on the show, but he said that Liverpool does not like him. Somebody wants him to leave Liverpool. They threw him under the bus. They betrayed him. All that his part is going to Nations Cup.
Normally doesn't know if he'll be coming back.
But normally you ask for a small days to play the Premier League before you join the squad. But he said that he's going straight. He's not even bothered. But a whole lot of things he talked about. We're probably going to see talk about that Salah on the show later. But Liverpool played a 3-3 draw in that game. On Sunday, Brighton and West Ham played a 1-1 done, and Fulham lost at home to Crystal Palace. 2 goals to 1. Crystal Palace won that game. Wolves and Manchester United are playing today by 9 p.m. Okay, let's start with the Arsenal game. Arsenal lost that early kickoff on Saturday, 2 goals to 1. If you look at that game, Aston Villa came out fighting. And you could see they were a better team in most part of that game, and they deserve to win this game. Aston Villa has done well. When they won this game, they moved second on the table, just 3 points behind Arsenal before City won the game and they moved back to second. Fantastic for Aston Villa. They started this Premier League 4 games. They didn't even score a goal in 4 games in the Premier League. Suddenly, after that, Bologna. After that Bologna, boom, they started winning games and scoring goals and winning games, and they beat Arsenal 2 goals to 1.
Yes, first and foremost, we also need to give credit to Oli Watkins too, because Oli Watkins hasn't been scoring for some time. And I said it on the show. His brother called him and said, "Look, they are bantering you in Enugu. You have to wake up and start scoring."
He's not scoring this one now. But he troubled Arsenal.
He scored before this weekend game.
But he troubled Arsenal in that game. He missed about 2 1-on-1 chances.
I said that game, Aston Villa versus Arsenal, is Arsenal villains versus Arsenal, because you have Unai Emery, who has every reason to be salty with Arsenal at the moment. You have Oli Watkins, whose deal to transfer to Arsenal didn't go through last January because of John Duran. It's not because of Arsenal.
It's not John Duran. They sleep. They say they come early. Okay. If you had made your move early, John Duran would have stayed back. It would go to Arsenal. But you don't make a move early. John Duran see him move, he go.
You also have players like Daniel Malen, who were once part of the Arsenal academy. You also have Emi Martinez, a former Arsenal player. He too choke. Everybody came with the added incentive of like ending this Arsenal's unbeaten run that has gone on for I think
18 games.
18 games, yes. Ending the collective 18 games, yes. All competitions, yes. If you look at the Premier League, I think it was 14 games, right? Thereabouts. So everybody had the added incentive. Unfortunately, this all came to a head when Arsenal were lacking their key figures in the defense and key figures in the attack. Now, remember I said this a couple of weeks ago that Arsenal are winning games off the back of 1 or 2 characters in that attack. Games that they should naturally have drawn or lost because of the characters that are not available, and that we are going to come to a point where that luck will run out. And it happened to be that game on Saturday.
Okay, now, so if you look at that game, what went wrong with for Arsenal?
Emi Martinez, Emiliano Buendia, I ain't go wrong for that game. Martinez was spot on. This is the kind of game you see. You be like, when person greets you, let banter be onto you. Just know that's the kind of game you are looking for. It's the kind of game you have been expecting banter to just be onto you since.
I blame Man United. I didn't even decide Emi Martinez. This game wouldn't be going the way it did.
Even if Emi Martinez didn't go the way it is, Buendia kwanu. Emi Buendia, because Emi plenty for there, and all of them see they short their name to Emi. The full name is Enemy. Enemies of Arsenal. They also start to Emi Buendia, Emi Martinez, because come on, Martinez was just making unnecessary save.
World Cup.
Off target shot, he can catch am. On target shot, he dey catch am. Anything wey come near positive, he dey clear am. The defenders on that night was just. I just have to give it to the defenders on the night because they made sure they stopped everything coming into the box from Saka or whoever was on the flanks. They made sure anything that was going to Moreno, because he is very comfortable on the air. Anything going to Moreno, they made sure they stopped it at his tracks. Like, just stop and they make it no reach. Then again, I have to give credit to a player that everybody feels like they don't throw under the ball, Our captain, John McGinn. I can feel the ginger in you, because in that game yesterday, in that game on Saturday, you could see that everything Arsenal had to throw at them, they had an answer for it. Everything Arsenal threw at them, they had an answer for it. But when they threw at Arsenal, they like say, Arsenal not too ready for what they want through.
Arsenal lost that game 2 goals to 1. Arsenal is still struggling with their defense. Timber played in that centre back. Even though everybody was saying that Timber should have played right back and White played centre back, but the coach decided that Timber played because he played centre back for Netherlands. So, but he struggled in that game. Hopefully, Arsenal will get back their defense, because injuries, if now they are moved from striking position when almost all the attackers are off injured, now they move to defense now. So
we're saying that with Timber, with what's his name now, Saliba, Magalhaes, they have people now. The people that are replacing those people
so they are struggling. Yeah, they are struggling with their defense. But let's see they have again in Champions League, the Premier League again against Wolves. But let's see. But they lost this game 2-1. If you look at the statistics in that game, there was a close game actually. Basically a close game. 14 shots from Aston Villa and 7 on target, 47% position and 394 passes. 82 of them were accurate. For Arsenal, is 15 shots in total, 8 on target, 53% position, 439 passes, 86 of them were accurate. So it was a close game when Aston Villa came out well in that game and beat Arsenal 2-1. They moved third, just 3 points behind Arsenal in this title race. Okay, let's move on to the other features. Bournemouth and Chelsea played a 0-0 draw. Chelsea has been struggling. Chelsea need to start picking up points. If not, it go tough for them. It go long for them if they don't start picking up points. But if you look at where, because of that win for Crystal Palace have moved to fourth, and Chelsea has dropped out of the Champions League game. But if you look at that game, generally, Chelsea didn't look like they are going to score in that game.
That's the problem.
They didn't look like they are going to score.
That's the problem.
And it's just, they started the lap in that game. They got injured.
They started
and they
Palmer
put in,
too.
yeah, they started Palmer too. You know, put Palmer as if saying
Put Maggie to enter now.
It don't stew again.
But I can give him that because he's still coming back from
Of course,
injury.
yes,
He's trying to get game match fitness. But if you look at that game in general, Manchester need to start picking up points or more, or else it will be long. But they are now moved down to 5th on the table out of Champions League place.
The most important metric is not even that they are 5th, because 5th is not even safe. The most important metric is that they are 10 points behind Arsenal right now, 10 or 11.
No, I think they are 8 points. They are 8 points down. Yeah, Arsenal. If Arsenal have won, Arsenal will have been 11. But Arsenal lost, so they are lucky. Arsenal have been 9 points behind.
I think it was 6 points.
Arsenal was 9 points ahead.
So 9 points now.
So Arsenal lost and they drew, so it's 8 points now. Yes.
They need to fix it, because nobody is going to drop 8 points for you if you claim to be a title contender in this scenario.
This is the start. Everybody was shouting title.
Bro, when you win, excuse me, when you win Conference League, you win Club World Cup, 4-year Club World Cup.
Yes.
You finish in Champions League spot last season.
Those games are one-off games.
No, excuse me. You finished in the 4th position last season. We all said that anything short of contending for this title this season is not grounds for this man keeping his job.
In the Prem, say you win Champions League, don't mean say they can't win Premier League.
Oh, wow.
Sure, say you win Champions League, you can ask Liverpool how market. Even City, you can ask them sometimes how market. Say you win Champions League, it's not a guarantee that the Premier League is for you.
Excuse me, you're forgetting.
It's not a guarantee.
It's
not a guarantee. Wait, I'm not forgetting anything.
You are though.
I'm not forgetting anything. It's not a guarantee that you come and make that statement. Because a team in transition is a team in transition. You can get lucky in the Club World Cup. And look at their route to the final in the Club World Cup. I said it here on the show during the Club World Cup period. I'm still saying it again. Chelsea in the front line has nothing to offer. The Chelsea attack, in a side striker and talk say 20 goals a season. Coach don't come out now after 8 weeks. Come and talk say the coach this striker will sign to be 10 goals a season striker. You get, so it's not about a title contender. Chelsea has the midfield to deal with any team in the world if they are complete. Moses Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Kopama. If that midfield is set for any match, they can conquer any team in the world. That midfield alone.
So you were not supposed to finish in the top 8 last season.
Who?
Chelsea. You finished. What are we saying now? What was the agreement between the manager and the club? Let's not forget that. He wasn't expected to finish in the top 4 last season. He was supposed to steady the ship, qualify for top 4 the next season, challenge the season before that. So now he's ahead of schedule. He's ahead of schedule. He has finished in top 4. Secure Champions League football. Won the Club World Cup. And you now want him to come and now compete for top 4 again this season.
Is that impression?
It don't make sense. It's not about impression. It's about expectations.
Now they talk.
Just like we say that.
Just because person get double promotion from GS1 to SS3, no mean say go come to SS3 come pass exam.
Okay, nah.
If finishing SS3 may fail.
Let me say something. Chelsea fans does not care all these people are talking about, but they want
trophy.
They want trophy.
I'm putting it to them that you over-index, just like what we were saying about Nottingham Forest last season. Just because you over-index last season doesn't mean you come and over-index this season.
People, they spent almost in the last 3 seasons, 4 seasons,
close to 4 billion.
Close to billion. Calm down, John.
Close to 4 billion.
You don't know what it means to spend billion. But again,
But yeah, it was a poor performance for Chelsea. If you look at the statistics in that game, Bournemouth had 13 shots in total, 5 on target. Even though they had less possession, 40 and 332 passes.
and Bournemouth had to go rule that for
rule that for
offside.
Yes, yeah. At the beginning of the first 5 minutes of that game. For Chelsea, just had 11 shots in total, 4 on target and 60% possession.
And 0 goals rule that for offside.
Yeah, problem with Chelsea fans with Maresca is that you don't really know who is going to start and who is not going to start.
That's the
issue
thing.
Again is that this James in the midfield is working and it's not working.
Available.
The problem with James is that James is always he cannot play 2 games in a row, so they have to manage him.
Like
Fafana too cannot play 2 games in a row. They drop them. They have to manage their minutes because both of them are injury-prone players. The lab started, but he did not do anything. When the lab got injured in the first side, he was stayed and Pedro stayed. Yeah, by Gay came in, Pedro stayed on the bench because probably Maresca is looking for a point man. If you are looking for that kind of a point man, you would have gone for Osimhen, but they decided to go for the lab. But let's see where Chelsea is going to finish. But this game against Bournemouth ended 0-0 draw. Let's talk about City. City trashed Sunderland 3 goals to 0. And the man of the match, Cheki, did a fantastic. Look at that.
Rabona!
See that?
Baba! See, in the last 100 decades, your people never even smell Rabona.
No go there.
In the last 1,000 years,
What should I give you list of players?
your players never even dream of
when
Rabona.
I beat Chelsea home and away, Yamalenko na Rabona they use chop every day. Dimitri Payet, I dey call their names. I dey show you there. I dey give you their number. Dimitri Payet. He dey use Rabona. No use Rabona. No use Rabona.
I got them before.
Yeah,
No
City did
Emerson
fantastic.
Pamleri, Rabona.
Ryan Cheki.
The thing
Oh
about
my
So
goodness.
no dey call Rabona. Just call your player. Just talk say we no talk say 100 years. No compare your players because my players. I get history of list of players wey dey done. But again, in that game, like I said, nothing to talk about because I was expecting a fight from Sunderland.
Oh wow.
I was expecting something. At me, your players say you come match now. Which will be 3. They score 1, score 2, score. You not get response for 1.
Unfortunately, you walked into a Mike Tyson punch, and it was lights out.
It was disappointing performance of Sunderland.
No, you have to give.
I have to say it was. No matter how you say you want to give their flowers to the Man City and all of that. In the game of Man City versus Sunderland, it was disappointing performance of Sunderland. I have to say it. They paid too much respect. They defended too much.
They have been playing this way since, even against Aston.
I said it on Saturday that
they come out to attack at some point and go back and defend.
So I said it on
Saturday.
Saturday.
There was nothing.
I said it on Saturday that if you come for the king, make sure you don't miss. If you are going to come for the biggest club in the EPL, make sure you don't miss.
That's your biggest club in the EPL.
If you are going to come for the 4 in a row champions, make sure you don't miss.
Talk about 6 trophies.
If you are going to come for the goals in the goals,
you talk about
don't miss.
People talk about 20.
See,
you talk about 6
for the
8.
next 15 years, my odds of winning the league is top notch above every other team in
Don't worry, in the next year you go see him.
Say that he's back
Don't
and he's
miss.
proving that he's back.
He's back 1 game on 2 games
so
off.
let's see. They are now 2 points behind Arsenal. So if Arsenal sleep, they move top.
Now Arsenal beat the pass.
So let's see where they are going to finish. But it was a fantastic game, very fantastic game for Manchester City. They beat comfortably. They beat them 3 goals to 0. Other games that happened. So Everton beat Nottingham Forest 3 goals. A good one for Everton. Quickly, guys.
Yeah, Everton, fantastic game. They got their result. Even though I was expecting Forest using our number 6. Now what's going on here? But it is what it is. I think Everton were the better prepared side. Everton were a more put together side. Kudos to Moyes again for delivering another massive 3 points. You know, when you can pick 3 points from your compares within where you are in the table and those below you, you can rise up in the table.
Okay,
yeah, he did well.
I told you no question mark between this game. It was not Everton for the win, straight up.
Okay, Spurs won that game against Brentford 2 goals 0. Richarlison and Xavi Simons scored the both goals. Fantastic for Frank. They needed that win because their form the past couple of games has been terrible.
Not only form, him lashing out on the fans too has not been nice because no matter what you do in football, there are 2 people you cannot speak against or move against. What's his name? Nuno Espirito Santos will tell you the case study for one of them, which is talking out against your superiors. And then him now and some other managers like Wandy Ramos, who came in, didn't stay up to 2 weeks, was exited from the club, attacking the fans. So don't do that. You get, And then again, it was another litmus test because if his successor had come to his home and beat him, it would have been another poor timing because he was under pressure. 2, he would have lost to his old club. 3, a lot of conjecturing from the fans. So kudos to him picking up the wins. Kudos to the guys up forward. Even the 1 goal in every 4 games man, Richarlison. Kudos to him.
It concern you. He score abi no score. Did he score? He has more goals than Gyökeres this season.
Wow.
So 1 goal in 4 games. We agree. Make him just a score like that until he contest for golden boot. But again, Keith Andrews has done his own work well. He knows he can go and pick points from other team. But again, I think he's not have that quality of players to pick points yet from the big 6.
Okay, but good game for Spurs. In the last 5 games, they have won this last game. In last 4 games before this game, they've drawn 2 and lost 2. So they needed this win, and they got this win against Brentford 2-0. Now Newcastle beat Burnley 2-1, and
as expected.
It was a good game for Newcastle too. Their captain Bruno scored straight from a corner kick. The ball.
Second time he's scoring in the last
straight from a corner kick, so it was a fantastic game for Newcastle. They beat Burnley 2-0, 2-1. Okay, the final game for Saturday: Leeds United 3, Liverpool 3. It was a fantastic game of football. Even though that Liverpool went up 2 goals up in the second half, all the 6 goals came in the second half. They went up 2-0 in that game, but Leeds equalized. They made it 2-1, 3-2. And 88 minutes, but then they considered the final minutes goal. Leeds made it 3-3. But the highlight of that game is Asala talking to the press. He wasn't used in that game, and it is 3 games in a row he has been dropped to the bench. But after that game, he went to the press and he said a whole lot of things about Liverpool, not what Liverpool have done to him. Not that the main point is that at this point on his career, he's not supposed to be fighting for his position. That's the main thing. That he has earned it.
Well
even
said,
based on last year, what he achieved last year, highest goal scorer and highest assist.
Well
Everything
he's
struggling
a little bit does not mean he should be fighting. And
everything he said.
I think he said that again is that somebody in the club wants to force him out.
Yes.
So they would have told him.
Threw him under the bus.
It's probably like they would have told him, see, we don't want you again. Just go. Because truthfully, they went to force him out, and he scored this amount of. They didn't believe that he could score that kind of amount of goal again last season, so they were forced to give him another contract.
Remember that contract issue was something that happened last year.
They gave it. It was late. Yeah, and by that it was late.
It was late. 3 of them actually. They wanted to keep this guy only, Trent. They didn't offer Van Dijk and him anything till the final week of the season when it was clear they were going to win the Premier League, and they didn't want them going into the summer thinking about their future. That's why they gave them those 2 deals. Now, secondly, his own case was that he had to come out to say, look, they've not said anything to me about my contract. Of course, Saudi Arabia were circling in January. They rejected it because they were on course to win the title. And of course, coming into the closing part of the season, he is the one that is in the let me say negative, because he could have left in January, gone to Saudi and all of that. They didn't agree to that. And then after they gave him the new contract, like if you watch the interview, there were promises made to him as he signed that contract. And he is saying that, number one, he is being made to carry the full blame for what's happening to Liverpool's form, which is totally bonkers if you ask me. Secondly, that they threw him under the bus. Thirdly, that somebody wants to force him out of the club. 4, that he has lost he used to have a good relationship with the manager. Now there's no relationship. He said that before the game even started, before the team sheet came out, they told him that, look, you're not going to play. So you are following us to this match just to sit on the bench for the full 90 minutes. Thirdly, or let me say fourthly, that he has never in his whole career, even when he was struggling for game time at Chelsea, sat out 3 games in a row. I think it's unprecedented, because I don't think there's anything he has said here that is wrong. This is somebody that won 5 individual trophies last season as a player and as a professional. And you are telling me now that he's the cause of the problem at Liverpool right now. Szoboszlai and Florian Wirtz won a place. They have markets.
Jonas, what do you make of this Salah outburst? That's the highlight of that. That's the highlight of that game.
Everything Salah said, like John is just rambling all the things that Salah said and all the how right it is. It is still wrong. Everything he said is right. It's still wrong, bro. You are going to be playing in the AFCON in a couple of weeks. Let's look at it from another perspective now. For instance, you're playing an AFCON for a couple of weeks. You're going to leave the club to play for AFCON. Why don't we try somebody else in your position and see how the team fares in your absence?
They have been doing that the past couple of games.
Thank you.
Including this one. So why can't they invest you? You are an old man, you have young players in the side. They're not telling you to compete for speed. But let's see how other young players in that position can fare in your absence.
Who is the young player? A young player.
You know me. When I'm a young player.
You know they play in position now.
Thank you.
You know me.
The person that plays
wait, no, let me finish. Suppose I need a playing position. Na midfield. Flanvers in a playing position. Na midfield. Person they play position na Rio Ngumoha or Federico Chiesa.
No be even
Now in this game, no, Ngumoha they play right.
Chiesa, what? You know play Chiesa.
Now in this game,
yes, I know they play.
In this game now, you wanted to experiment different things. With the same starting 11. Understand? With the same starting 11, you want to experiment with the team you have that you've been playing with. You get me? Now I can understand the fact that he's been thrown under the bus. We saw it a couple of years back when they won the Champions League and all of that. He was en route to be Ballon d'Or, I think, top 5 Ballon d'Or ranking. And all of a sudden, because of one politics, one place, the guy from Netherlands, Van Dijk, put for a position. You get that I can understand if he's coming from that angle. I can understand. But in recent games, your last season, we know you did a fantastic job. Again, this season, the team is strong. Every Liverpool fan that is saying they did Salah along, all of them, including us in this show, we say bench Salah. Someone not come here, come paint the manager.
Bro,
all of us for this show. See, all of us for this show and everywhere across the world, we asked for Salah to be benched in some games.
Apart from that,
in some of those games, he came in the second half to play 30 minutes.
Ben Salah. At the end of the day, look at the games you Ben Salah. What's your productivity?
Look at the games he started. What's the productivity? So let's be honest.
Look
about
at the games you benched him. You didn't even pick up a win. The games you benched him. Even the one you brought him on as a sub after you've considered crazy amount of goal in that game, you are bringing him on to do what? Just like the scenario we saw when Ronaldo was told to come on 87 minutes, for crying out loud, a consummate professional. 87 minutes you should come in and do or come in and stroll or come in and put his name on the team sheet. That's totally bonkers.
The last 3 games for Liverpool, he has been dropped to the bench. He came in the second half in 2 of them. In one of those games, they won against West Ham without him. On the score sheet or assist, without him in the goal contribution, they won 2-0. The last one before that one, they were losing. They played a good game, they were losing. In this one, they were 2 goals up. You know, play. They went 2 goals up without him. They considered crazy without him. So now it is clear to see until you understand that managers see things differently. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it from the point of manager. Everybody has called for your bench. Let's find out that. But you believe for AFCON very soon. Let's see where the fault is.
AFCON is not an excuse.
Then secondly, without you now, let's see where the other fault is. And again, in this same game, we've seen that, okay, he's not the only person at fault. The fans get their own craze.
Everybody has their, for example, Konate considered a penalty in this game. Again, he was talking about Konate, Slot was talking about Konate. But what I feel about Salah is talking about the same thing that happened with Mane. They feel that they're underappreciated. That's part of the man they just left. It's understandable.
Can you believe that for everything Mane did for Liverpool, it was on less than £60,000 a week?
At the end of the day, I think that Salah was talking that, for example, they didn't offer him a contract until he started scoring crazy goals. We were forced to. I think it's everything that happened with him in the club, he just stole them. And probably just wants to leave the club. After all, he has done, he is the highest goal scorer for Liverpool. He has done a lot for Liverpool. Third highest goal scorer for Liverpool. So he has done well, but he said a whole lot of things yesterday. I cannot read all of them. You can go and read whatever he said about Liverpool. That people wanting to leave the club. But, you know, I said it again, for example, if a club wants you to leave, they will find a way to make. For example, they drop you on the bench. For example, for Maresca, they told them not to follow them for pre-season. They will drop you just like that.
That's what they did to Chalobah now.
So that's what they did Chalobah, and they found out they were wrong. So it happens to any club. Probably the club wants Salah to leave, and probably they want a fee from him. But let's see what happens with Salah. But that game was a fantastic game. Not taking away nothing from Leeds United. United have beaten Chelsea. They've drawn with Liverpool and
almost did they come back against Man City.
So they have done
with that kind of performance. They almost did they come back against
Man City. It
Man
was a fantastic game for Liverpool, for Leeds United. That game ended 3-3. Okay, let's move on to the Sunday game. The Sunday game, West Ham and Brighton played a 1-1 draw. It was a good point, even though people are still in the relegation zone, but it's a good point.
God, you know, it was a good point. It's a good point. Understand? It's West Ham.
Come on, man. Don't be shameless. Come on.
Say person use hand,
It's
assist
a good
himself.
point. It's a good
Person use
point.
hand, assist
You
himself.
were threatening fire and brimstone on
I told
Saturday.
you. See, I know they
You
mix
were
words.
calling the attackers you had and what they were going to do.
I know. And again, wait till I tell you say Callum Wilson is not
Somebody
an attacker
roll
for me.
the tape, please.
Roll the tape. I said,
Roll
well,
the
Callum
tape.
Wilson no be attacker for me. But again, I am not losing to Brighton.
And you have your wish.
I am
draw.
not losing to Brighton.
You have
and
your
if you,
wish.
No, calm down. If you actually saw that game from the eye, the same way we played the last game, winning tackles, progressing the ball forward. Even in the last game where we played the Kante, you get in this one there was no Kante. You have to introduce at least, I think, Myers, another academy graduate. You have to introduce one more academy graduate in this game. It means to tell the level of progress we've made. Where you're going to play against teams like Brighton. You're going to play against teams like this. You're going to introduce academy graduates.
That game
They give them debut matches.
Brighton and
See,
West Ham
go and look at the review. They do handball, assisting save, Rota, and referee give them. If we are give them, referee no go look monitor.
That game ended 1-1. It was a fantastic point for both teams, but West Ham is still fighting for their life in the qualification. Okay, moving on to the final game of the day on Sunday is Fulham. No big team played on Sunday. Fulham lost at home to Crystal Palace. Yeah, so Magay scored in the 87th minute to win that game for them. They have moved over Chelsea in the league table, so it's going to be an interesting to see where all these people will finish come end of the season. Okay, for today's game, Wolves will play Manchester United. Wolves have not actually won any game this season, but Manchester United fans are somewhere looking, maybe they know those users collect first 3 points of the season. But if Manchester United wins this game, they go draw the same point with Chelsea, so they need to just win this game. Imagine if they have won this game and won the last game they drew. They probably fourth
if
position.
West Ham can collect points from Manchester United, why can't Wolves collect 3 points?
Second, only 2 points now, only 2 draws.
Why can't they collect? If Chelsea can dash Leeds United 3 points, why can't Manchester United dash Wolves 3 points? If we are being generous, if you are the biggest club in London, if you don't care about winning the Premier League, you are just looking for daily 2K. Give these people their 3 points and move on. You are the bigger man in the conversation.
Who wins in that game?
Jokes aside, it's a Man United team that everybody has seen since the time of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that they can't break down low block teams. Let's be honest now. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said something in the overlap about this team not able to break down low block teams. Even your own team, we get Pogba and McTominay and Scott Fred and everybody and Bruno cannot and went in to buy Sancho for 80 million. Cannot break down low block teams. Let's be honest about it. Ole buy everybody one time. He couldn't break down low block teams. He doesn't have the right.
Do you know he picked up more points against lower teams than this your current manager? He picked up a point against lower teams, but did he break more points?
It is called breaking down low blocks.
But you are still less than 10 wins in 39 matches or 40 matches.
I agree. That's Amorim. But you don't have the right to judge him. He's still building a team, and Man United is a team in transition. And like I said before, Man United has spent more money.
He said last season that after last season, from this season, I be judging. Yes. So you have no right to tell me I have no right to judge him. I am judging him.
You are judging him. Leave me now.
Everybody is judging him.
Man United is a team in transition. And I said last season, by this time last season, they've scored at least 17 or 18 goals. So this season, they've scored 20-something goals.
And then after spending 250 million pounds,
they've shut up the attack.
After spending 250 million pounds, you have a 4-goal difference, and you're telling me we should celebrate the 4-goal difference. After spending 200, do you know that they used 250 million buy 3 clubs for England? Three clubs. You buy 3 clubs.
You always sign all the players we want sign. We go trophy.
3 clubs.
I'm just saying.
3 clubs. I don't mind. After winning 4 in a row, which nobody has done, I don't mind. And my worst season was 3rd position. Go and argue with your keyboard.
John, leave your team alone. Your team alone. You will not win all the time.
See,
when you won at least Premier League a very long time, people try winning. So don't
tell me that after scoring 4 goals more than you did last season,
you scored
after spending 250 something million pounds to get 4 goals more, you are better off. Is that not an indication of regression, please? What do you mean?
It's an indication of scoring more goals than last season.
Who wins in this game? Who wins in this game?
I know, so that Man U go win. I don't know. Just they find excuse. I'm just saying,
I don't
Man U will
understand that,
deal
man.
with these people and score more goals.
What happened in
and
the
still
last
continue
game?
to score more
What
goals.
happened in the last game?
The last game was against West Ham. I wanted to show Man U that they're not big enough.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game.
And Wolverhampton Wanderers does not have
Wolves is playing at home to Manchester United by 9 p.m. today.
Is a loss. Man U fans don't go and watch.
Let's see who is going to win that game. If Man U wins this game, they'll drop the same point with Chelsea in the league table. So it's going to be a good game for them today. If you look at the league table, after 15 games, Arsenal is still first with 33 points. Man City is second with 31 points. Aston Villa have moved to third with 30 points, just 3 points behind the leaders, Arsenal. Crystal Palace are doing well. They are fourth on the table with 26 points. Chelsea has dropped out of top 4. They are fifth on the table with 25 points. Everton are sixth. Good one for Moyes with 24 points, just 1 point behind Chelsea. Brighton is 23 points on the table with 7th position. 8th position is Sunderland with 23 points. Liverpool 9th on the table with 23 points. 10th on the table is Spurs with 22 points. Newcastle have moved to 11th with 22 points. Manchester United that will play today have 22 points. 13th position is Bournemouth with 20 points. Brentford 14th on the table with 19 points. Fulham lost their game this weekend. 15th on the table with 17 points. Leeds United are 16th with 15 points. Nottingham Forest are 17th on the table with 15 points. West Ham 18th on the table with 13 points. Burnley 19th with 10 points. They have lost their last 5 games. And last on the table is Wolves with 0 wins this season with only 2 points. Okay, let's see what happens with Manchester United game today. Okay, let's go to our YouTube channel to read some of the comments quickly before we talk about the La Liga, before we start taking phone calls. Okay, Chukwu Ebuka say why is Nonso on black shaded sweater? Okay, instead of Real Madrid, you say as usual. Yeah, Real Madrid lost their game. Okay, Femi Palms is saying, good morning, guys, in the studio. Mo Salah is totally wrong for the outburst. He is always sucking anytime they sub him off. His feeling of entitlement is sickening.
Oh, wow.
Okay, he's also saying Liverpool problem is from their centre backs, Konate and Van Dijk. A good centre back in January will solve their problem.
You sure?
Okay, let's see if
you
it's
sure?
possible. Okay, and Athletic Obi is here. He's saying, okay, no, so knowing Salah will be going to AFCON is the reason for the coach to make maximum use of him while he's available.
Now lie.
So that
they don't make maximum use of him and they give numbers.
So you must be accumulate. So you must have to accumulate points before the AFCONs. I bet make una help me knock for Igwe Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, and the Arsenal fan that cost Man U. Okay, make we check.
Even Leroy too. Leroy, when they ginger the first call every time.
Check their mental health. Okay, finally, so it's saying Real Madrid lost. Messi won the MLS. I sure say now why could they catch you? You come the real long sleeve. Okay, and the Bayern says Salah have every right to say what he said. What he said, Liverpool should sort their differences. Barcelona all the way. Messi still performing magic. So happy this morning. Arsenal should be very careful and start picking up points with small teams. Okay, thank you for all those comments. Okay, let's move back to the La Liga. La Liga happened yesterday. I'll talk about the team that I'll give you the result. I'll talk about just 2 teams, that's Real Madrid and Barcelona. On Friday, Oviedo and Mallorca played a 0-0 draw. Villarreal beat Getafe 2-0. Alaves beat Real Sociedad 1-0. Barcelona won away to Real Betis 5-3. Atletico Club beat Atletico Madrid 1-0. Elche beat Girona 3-0. Valencia and Sevilla played a 1-1 draw. Espanyol and Rayo Vallecano played. Okay, Espanyol beat Rayo Vallecano 1-0. Real Madrid lost at home to Celta Vigo. Okay, let's talk about the Barcelona game. They went away, even though that Anthony scored in that game, but they went away to Real Betis and scored 5.
That means by who first scored police.
And that scored won that game 5-0. Ferran Torres scored a hat-trick in that game, and fantastic game for him. Rooney scored again, and Yamal scored a penalty in that game. Fantastic game for Barcelona.
If you saw that game, it was a flurry of goals. Not just, this is not Chere Kambata or tapping. This is world-class goals, world-class performance by a world-class team. You were saying that you were going to beat Barca. How far? How much? I need to check on you because see, it was total domination.
Mm.
Ferran Torres with a hat-trick,
Mm.
a former Citizen. Oh my goodness, look at that game. Look at performance. Look at supply. Look at the maestro in the midfield, Pedri. The maestro without an orchestra, performing for everybody to see. It was a good game, no doubt. Kudos to Betis for scoring. Anthony got the first goal in that game. 6 minutes. Very good game. I saw it. But then, unfortunately, they could not keep up with Barcelona's tempo. And it was clear for everybody to see. So, 3 points for FCB and more points on the table as against Real Madrid.
Okay, now, so what happened in that game?
You don't hype finish.
Mm?
You don't calm down. Okay.
Simple.
What happened in that game was, like you said, pace. I think Real Betis, for me, lacked the pace, lacked the energy to just continue with. They started with the high energy in first 10 minutes. But after they scored, they are going in 6 minutes. Barcelona grew into the game, and that was it for them. And 8 minutes, I think in the 12th minute, Barcelona came back, and all of that, the goals they're running in. They scoring 3 goals. At some point, it was 4-1. Like, come on now, you guys started with a high energy. You guys started with this. You guys were up here while Barcelona were down here in the first 10 minutes of the game. What happened? Why was this? Why the sudden switch? But all of a sudden, towards the end of the game, they built that momentum. They came back into the game, but it was already too late. Looking for consolation goal, it was already too late. You don't allow Barcelona that amount of time, that amount of time on the ball. You allow them for like 70 minutes on the ball like that. You don't allow them like that on the ball. And I think it was one of the terrible things or terrible decisions Real Betis did in that game, or the decision they took in that game that cost them that game. First goal. See, as not score that first goal, continue that momentum.
Baba, first goal. After that first goal, then knock on 5 before I begin to beg for something.
See,
bro,
towards the end of the game, they grew themselves into the game, which was already too late.
Okay, Real Madrid lost at home to Celta Vigo. Because of this loss, now they are 4 points behind Barcelona in
and
this title.
They should be.
They had a 2 red card. Alonso is in trouble. They need to start picking up points if he wants to keep up with Barcelona, because the problem with Barcelona, all their players are back from injury. Then the Real Madrid are now suffering, especially in their defense. But if you look at that game, if you look at that game, going to Santiago to win, it's not always easy. It's not always on the card. But Celta Vigo did it, even though that Real Madrid has considered the first goal, got a red card before they considered the last minute goal to lose that game. But generally, it was a good game and a poor game for Real Madrid at the same time.
I think it was a poor game at all times for Real Madrid in that game. Go back, look at the discipline record we talk about when we talk about Real Madrid. I counted almost 7 yellow cards or more in that game.
The game was high intensity.
You reached 8 yellow cards.
Yellow card fly up and down for both teams.
Everywhere choke. Look at the opposing team.
For both teams, look at
it's not about yellow card. Look at what are we saying now. The opposing team has just 1 yellow card. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Even bench for collecting yellow card.
Bro.
Because they were arguing about that red card. That red card. That's why all the arguments started. But generally, they need to just start winning game, because losing at home also is going to be terrible, because 4 points in La Liga, and Barcelona doesn't look like a team that is going to stop. They must score goals. So Real Madrid need to start scoring goals and start winning games. Also.
See, like we say, they need to start scoring goals, winning games. All of that thing is important. But again, look at the metrics against Real Madrid. I think they are fighting against everything in the system for La Liga.
Why should
Alonso? Excuse me.
Wait, now let me finish.
Why should Alonso not start Mbappe and Vini in that game? Is that not a punishable offense?
He started both of them. Are you
telling me? Oh wow. See, Godwin, I said it in this show. I will keep saying it. La Liga is not Premier League. There are clubs that are not getting 10% of broadcast rights in their revenue. There are clubs that don't have big stadiums in their revenue. Their only trophy every year is 3 points at home to Madrid. Celta Vigo and Celta Vigo, Girona, a couple of other teams in that league. That's their mantra for the year. So nothing you can do in this one. Look at, it's a new signing, Swatberg. New signing. It's fine.
Okay, no, so continue.
See, when I tell you the system is rigged against you, against you. I think Real Madrid had a couple of chances and a couple of fouls in the position's final third. Not even in the box 18. I'm not going to count the foul they committed in the box 18. They still have Madrid. But again, if you see this game properly, come out sentiment. There's some foul outside the box, at the edge of the box that we're supposed to be giving that we're not giving.
Okay, well, it's Alonso needs to start picking up
Again,
points.
I will just say,
when he dey against your team, you go feel am.
No, be when if he did against any team at all, I dey call him for this show.
Okay,
that's how they call me conspiracy theorists. If he did against any team for this show, I dey call him out as he be.
Real Madrid lost at home. Barcelona won at home, so they are now 4 points ahead of Real Madrid in this title race. Atletico drop points too because Atletico lost against Atletico Bilbao 1-0. So Atletico is struggling, but Villarreal is another team that is doing well. Villarreal won their game 2-0. So Villarreal are now third on the table, just 1 point behind Real Madrid. Villarreal are actually doing well in the even though they are struggling in the Champions League, but they are doing fantastic in the La Liga. They are actually 5 points behind the league leaders, Barcelona. So the league table is Barcelona is first, Real Madrid is second, Villarreal is third with 35 points. Then Atletico has 31 points in first position. But let's see how it's going to pan out. It's going to be an interesting La Liga title. Remember, Barcelona are the defending champion. They brought in Alonso to show off things, to do something for them, but he's now struggling his own. But let's see if he's going to continue struggling or he'll start winning or picking points for Real Madrid in this La Liga season. Okay, let's get your own contribution about all these things we are talking about. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us your weekend. I know that my guy from Aston will call today. You don't make mad. He's going to be tough. I know it's tough.
Remember I told you this is the season where Arsenal struggle a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. But let's see. Let's get in your contributions about the Premier League, about the La Liga, even about Rangers International. They beat their opponent 4-1. The number to call again is 0706 048 5853. Okay, talking about the Enugu Rangers, they beat Bayelsa United 4-1 in that encounter. At least we don't score 4 goals now. Everybody, I know go see them sharp, but anybody will go tell me say they go. My guy will go see them say, "Oh, it was a fantastic game for Rangers International."
Yeah.
See, I did. Out of the disappointment of our hearts, I no go. I have to be honest, I no go. Usually, I just go sit back, sit down quietly. We keep turning corners. So this one against Bayelsa United, I said I was not going to go to the stadium, and again there was this week fair somewhere around here. So there was events happening. So I just went to one of those events after the show yesterday, and again I felt like, let me just refresh my phone, and I called somebody who said he went. The guy just posted on his status, first time this season we'll go beat person 4-0. And I called him up and I'm like, what's up? What's happening? And he sent me a video of the 4th goal. And like, these guys are ballers. Like, these guys are ballers. I got ball like this next week.
That's the problem.
Okay, these guys are ballers. I got ball to next week. We dey play like this next week. We dey put up this performance because everybody that went to the stadium, according to my friends that went to the stadium, 3 or 4 of them, even got drink and testified that when they called somebody there, they were talking about the performance of the team. Everybody was talking about the performance. Not even that they scored 4. It was performance of the team, that they were running properly, they were passing the ball, they held on to possession, they did a couple of things, they did the basics in a very fantastic way. That was majorly what everybody that went to that stadium that was talking about. Performance.
Fantastic game for Rangers International. Okay, let's take the first call. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning,
bro. Location, please.
Yes. Before I tell you my name,
yes, I noticed. I have to refresh the phone now. Yes.
We just find they use Android for better.
Igwe.
It should be a while. I didn't communicate to that because I went to Stafford Bridge to advise
Maresca. Marukwa. Ona Mazoko.
You know what? So the fact is that I know we are not doing well, and you will see our game tomorrow against Champions League versus Atlanta. This Casedo that has 100 cards is an issue of Chelsea now. So the guy is engine of Chelsea. Yes, that's why we lost against Leeds United and get against Bournemouth. Because the formation we use, we have deployed our formation, P1, P2 formation in the head of Casedo.
Everything revolves around Casedo.
Yes, he's the one managing the formation because he's the one knew about the formation. That's why we slack back. But that's no problem. You will will see him against Atlanta. You see what he will do because the pressure is on him already.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Igwe, okay, Igwe, got it.
All right. Thank you very much.
I
Okay.
even the Quaggy too.
Yeah, I know people are trying to call. I think the network has been messing up. Okay, 070604858553. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay.
I hear you,
Good morning,
Bishop.
Bishop.
Yeah, there's a lot of issue. Maybe you guys have resolved.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, I noticed.
I'm many things, but I will not just talk many.
Mm.
Salah, Madrid, I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
But let's leave this one put it tomorrow or next. Let me talk about my team.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't understand. Man, you have been disappointing.
Mm.
Okay. To be honest, sometimes I talk passionately about Man U. Not because of what they are doing now, but because of what I have watched Man U. I've been supporting Man U from time immemorial. It's not exactly enough that a 10-man Everton can beat Man U at Old Trafford. I don't know how that guy went inside the room. They are talking about is not a coach. There are some things you can't do. You can't do to 10 men Everton at Old Trafford and you go back to the room and sit with Barcelona. What is going on with Fulham and boys? How? Today, there is no explanation how. It's like that one is not enough. It goes to westham. Westham that is struggling at Old Trafford again from a winning position. Westham. Mayu is not good. Mayu is in tradition. Mayu is good. Yes, I can agree. You know, you can argue with good. But Westham, no. So where is Westham? Are they in a better shape? Cannot beat.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Westham also struggling.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Like, it's so disappointing.
Disappointing though.
That one cannot beat their first ever 3-point ahead of them. Which one is more disappointing that they will lose to a complete host away than them and Everton and Newcastle? Which one is more disappointing?
Okay, let's see.
Get it like, what is that more doing? You see, I don't like calling for coaching sack and doing the ball for now. I'm only is nothing.
Okay. Bishop, after today's game, let's see now.
I'm not asking for too much. I'm not saying she will win the league or she will finish second or two. But this kind of thing, she doesn't to beat them.
Okay.
If you are doing this, I was discussing with one guy once. It's not Jonathan, the presenter also. We were discussing the team that we won in 2013. That was the last time I won the Kenya. That was give Amori that team. Amori will not be able to finish 20, finish 21.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. I think they call you lot. Okay, let's see. I understand what you're saying. He's a passionate Manchester United, but they didn't start picking up points. But let's see. Okay, let's take maybe the final call because of network issues. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
This is Engineer Additional from France.
Okay, engineer, your Arsenal failed though.
Okay, my brother, I love as I win on Saturday.
Yeah.
If the pressure is not coming, Atata is not continue serious. But I just want to, I told you, John.
Yes.
Anybody that says Sunderland is a big man, they are doing a mistake. Not for that score. If Sunderland can throw Arsenal, they can beat Chelsea, they can do whatever, but not for the Arsenal Man City.
Okay.
No, it can't happen. But now, as the pressure now, 2 points as a second as head, 3 points as a third ahead. Now, Atata will
have to do something.
And draw his best way.
Yes.
To move forward. And what is there? Whatever anybody is saying, I still stand on that word I'm still using.
That
Arsenal
is going to win the league. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
these are going to end today's show. Thank you for joining us today's show. Sorry we couldn't take much call because of network issues. Maybe tomorrow Champions League, we're going to open the night, talk about your team, talk about the Salah and all that. Join us tomorrow 8 a.m. sharp here on Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. Thank you once again for being part of this family, and happy Christmas and Merry Christmas in advance. My name is Godwin. Have a wonderful day.
Stay plugged into the flow.